Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Eagleman here. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing something different that I've never done before on the channel. I'm going to be browsing eBay and actively searching for cards that I want and kind of have you guys be a fly on the wall in the whole process of how I like to do it. Everyone's got their own way of buying cards. Obviously, I buy a lot of cards from COMC. I make a lot of videos of those. But today I want to show you guys how I buy my cards from eBay. I often make the mail day videos of me opening up the packages from eBay, but how do I actually go about buying those? It might be curious to some of you guys, but maybe not. Anyways, I want to show you guys how I actually do it, so we're going to do it live together. Anyway, enough of my talking here. Let's actually start searching for some cards. I already have some saved searches here. You see what I like to search for. Bob Feller, baseball card. That's usually what I like to search for right away, and that's where we're going to start. But what I'm looking for are cards that I don't have yet, are cards that are really good deals, are honestly just anything kind of cool with Bob Feller. So I'll let you know if I find anything neat that I want to kind of highlight here. Obviously, you see a lot of the vintage stuff popping up. This is a newer card. As I'm recording this, this is 2024 Bob Feller Grand Gamers card. I would like to have that card because I don't have it yet, but I would like to pay less than $1 for it, and it's already $1 plus $1 shipping, so that one's not going to fly. That one's not going to do it for me. Now, this seller right here, Greg Morris Cards, Greg Morris Cards is a fantastic seller. I'm not sponsored by this individual or company or whomever. They do a great job at actually making sure the cards are the condition that they list them at, and they also make sure that the cards are pretty much authentic, so they're not gonna scam you. So Greg Morris Cards is a fantastic seller. Now, sometimes I'll filter the listing by recently listed. Ooh, actually, this one's right here. It's pretty cool. So let's take a look at this. So this is a 1995. I'll get back to what I was saying just there, but this is a 1995 Stouffer's Legends. Bob Feller here. It's a PSA 6, but it's autographed, and it's PSA DNA certified. So that's pretty cool. I actually own this card in raw form. I don't own it graded, which is pretty neat. That one's kind of cool. It's $3.96, so $4 shipping basically. I'll put $5 down on this. I'm usually not one to put in like bid snipes or anything like that. I have used Gixxen in the past. Gixxen is a bid or eBay sniper that you can like put a max bid in, and then the Gixxen software will automatically bid that price for you once the bid is or the listing is about to end. Sometimes I'll do that for like bigger cards that I really want. This is not something I'm like dying to have, but it's kind of cool. Maybe $5 will get it to me. I mean, it's a PSA 6. It's a very low end card, but it is an autograph of his, and it is authenticated, so that is really cool. So I'll definitely put a bid on that. This one's pretty cool. 2022 Panini Flawless Sapphire out of 15. So I know these patches, the patches of Bob Feller that are kind of newer, the newer age, they're not really to be trusted. As we can read the back here, the enclosed coach worn used materials guaranteed by Panini. I've said this a couple times on my channel. What does that mean? Does that mean he wore it? Does that mean you guys bought it from Dick's Sporting Goods and put it in a card? I don't know. No one really knows what that means. But this is a $5 shipping, and it's currently at $10 for the starting bid. It just went live at the time that I'm recording this. So it's out of 15, though. It's a dual patch, and it's a card that I don't have yet. So I will put down just the starting bid. I don't like paying more than $15 for a relic card of a newer Bob Feller card, that is. If it was a Bob Feller card from like 2002 or 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6, those cards from those years guarantee that the patch was worn by him or even used in a game by him, which is a lot more desirable in my opinion. These ones don't guarantee that, so it's not as desirable. It's also unlicensed, so I try not to put too much of a favor on it. Even $10 might be a little bit much for this bidding, but we'll see if we get lucky with that one. This card has always been peculiar to me. I've seen it thrown around a couple of times. This guy doesn't look like Bob Feller. Man, I don't know how many of you out there watching, but this does not look like Bob Feller. I don't know. I haven't bought that card yet. It is really cheap, but that's always been an interesting one for me. Well, that's pretty cool. We got a one-of-one printing plate patch here of, I think that's the Eddie Murray one, or is this, oh, that's a Bob Lemon? Yeah, Bob Lemon and Bob Feller 101 dual patch. That's pretty nasty. $375 is a bit steep, but that's a pretty nasty patch there. So this one's pretty cool here. This is the 2023 Prism Black Gold Shimmer. I've already placed a bid on this, and I've already been outbid. This one's numbered out of 10. It's a great parallel, great set as well. But it's currently sitting at about $11 shipped, and that is just a little bit much for me. So I'm not gonna bite the bone on that one. So here's an interesting one. I actually already own this card, but this is an incorrect listing. So 2023 Topps Heritage. So this is actually a 2022 Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary, not a 2023 card. It's not a Heritage card. It is a Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary. It's the little things like that that could mess up the listing. It's not a green refractor. It is actually called a Platinum Toily White and Green Refractor. I know it's a little ridiculous. It is out of 99, so at least they got that correct. And it is card number 383, which is also correct. And Cleveland, I guess, is correct as well. Yeah, with 2023 Heritage, that one's very interesting that they would mess this up. The bidding's at 99 cents with the $1 for shipping. I already own this card, and it's not like a super rare, desirable card. Not really one that I would bid after, but an interesting mess up like this would be something I'd be interested in for a card that I don't have, but just thought I'd point that out. So check this one out. I've been watching this one for a little bit and waiting on the seller to make a crazy offer of some sort to lower the price. This is a 2022 National Treasures booklet out of 10. Nice cut autograph here, Bob Feller. That's just a sick card. I mean, it is a booklet, so they're kind of harder to display and to store. I've never been a big fan of booklets that is for storing and displaying purposes just because of how big they are and you got to open and close them. It can damage it. But this one is just really cool. I love the full-size color photo of Bob. I love the cut autograph because he did pass away in 2010, so not a lot of his autographs are popping up for more recent. So you get a lot of the cut autographs and then the previous stuff that he's autographed in the past. So a card like this is really cool. $200 is a little steep for me. I'm not trying to spend that much money right now, but that's definitely a cool one. And I've been watching it to see if the seller decides to make an interesting offer on it. But for now, we'll just have to wait. All right, so here's a card that I don't have and I would like to get, but $10 is a bit too much, but it does have a best offer. So I'm going to make an offer on this. So this is a 2022 Topps Chrome Platinum Bob Feller Rose Gold Toily out of 75. So this is numbered out of 75. So the way I like to gauge the price for this, it's good because Bob Feller is a veteran player, unlike some of the other players who are current, who are active, who are actively changing the price of their cards as they play or don't play. Bob Feller his career is finished, so his prices really aren't going to fluctuate much. So I can basically have a pretty consistent price for the cards that I want. So for example, this card right here is numbered out of 75. So for cards that are for Bob Feller base cards that are numbered out of 75, I like to pay between no more than $5 and $6. So a card like this to me is pretty desirable, but $10 is too much. So I'm gonna make an offer of $5. Let's see if this person will accept the offer, or at least let it sit there. I also really like that eBay does this. It forces you to make a payment, or at least accept the fact that you will be paying for this if you make an offer. I like the fact that they do that so people don't skim out. So let's see. Let's go ahead and make this offer. Offer sent. We'll notify you if the person accepts or declines. I think $5 is reasonable for me. We'll see if that hits, but it is a really cool card. It's 58 out of 75, which is pretty cool. Don't have that one yet. That'd be awesome to get. So I've been scrolling for a little bit now. I've come across some pretty cool cards, some cards that I already have. This is one I would like to get, but it's $20. That's a bit much for me. So what I like to do now is I go to Bob Feller, and sometimes I'll just search like a specific set or a parallel that I want. So I'm going to search Bob Feller Tribute. Actually, let's do Topps Tribute to be more specific. I do love his Topps Tribute cards that the Topps has put out. I really like this 2019 purple one. I own that one. But I'm just trying to see if there's any interesting parallels that I don't have yet that I might be able to jump on. All right, so here we go. I actually found one that I don't have yet, and I haven't seen this one pop up. This is a jumbo card. So this is a 5 by 7 inch card. So this is double the size of a regular baseball card because the size of a regular baseball card is 2.5 by 3.5 inches. This is a 5 by 7, and it's a gold out of 10. And I really like the 2019 Tribute set. It's a great parallel run. This one here, jumbo card, we can see at the bottom left there, it says 6 out of 10. $15 is just a little bit too much for me in my price range. It is a 5 by 7, and 5 by 7s aren't as desirable as the 2.5 by 3.5 standard size card. So I'm going to try and lower this price here for the out of 10. I haven't purchased too many of the jumbo cards in the past, but of the jumbo cards that I have purchased, I've ranged between $6 and $11. And those were out of 10 and out of 49 as well in the past. I keep a spreadsheet of all the cards that I purchased that are Bob Feller and of how much I purchased them for. So it's really good to reference back to see if I'm overpaying or underpaying for certain cards. So for a card like this, I'm going to make an offer of $7 to see if that one will fly. It is less than 50% of what the original asking price is. So that is a bit much of a drop there. So we'll go ahead and make this offer. See, yep, so the seller declined it right away. I'll make a new offer. I'll make one more offer, which will be above the 50% threshold. I'll put down $8 here. And we'll make this offer, and yep, so the seller declined it again. I don't know if I'd be willing to go any much higher than that, even though this is a really cool card. Just don't think, yeah, actually this one right here is already worth for less. So let's check this one out. This is a breaking development here. This is 5 out of 10. It's crazy that 2 of them are listed on the site here. So this is $6 with a $4 shipping. So we're already sitting at $10, which is already $5 less than the previous sale there. So let's make an offer here. Let's see if we can lower this down about $3. Yeah, we'll try $3 just to start it out. Great. So that offer was sent. We'll see if we can get a hold of that one. I don't know if it's likely, but sometimes you can get lucky. No need to overpay for a card that's not super desirable. Really, really cool card, but the jumbo cards are harder to store. They're harder to protect. Even though they're really cool, it's just you gotta be careful with them and how you handle them. So cool. I'm glad I really scrolled down and saw the similar items option there. Sometimes that is helpful. But yeah, this one's just too much, and they're not really offering some good prices on it. But that was pretty much it for the tribute stuff. I'm going to search one more set up. I haven't searched for Stadium Club cards of his in a while. He's got a couple sets from 2020, from 2014, from 2019. I think there's a couple years that I might be missing. But Stadium Club's one of my favorite sets of all time. Yep, so there's the 2019, 2014, and 2020 ones right there. So we'll see if we can get lucky and find a different parallel that I don't already have. Yep, he also has a 2016 card. Almost forgot about that set. So let's see if we can get lucky here. I just bought this orange parallel. That'll be coming up in a video. Maybe I have already posted the video by the time this video comes out. But yeah, I just acquired the orange parallel, which is pretty awesome. Very excited to have gotten that one. Here's a cool one. I've really wanted this one for a while. It's actually already saved. This is the 2020 Stadium Club. This is the blue foil parallel, numbered out of 50. Very subtle parallel. You can see the text of the name is blue, and then the logo foil is also blue. This one is serial numbered out of 50. 1950 to be exact, which is a year that he played in, which is pretty cool. You can always spin the serial numbering to be to mean something meaningful, but 1950 was the year that he played in, which is pretty cool. Love the blue parallel. I have a really good run of this parallel set already, but I don't have this card. But to have it $15 shipped just about is a bit steep for a card that's numbered out of 50. It is a licensed product. It is a desirable card. Really nice parallel too. It's just I can't make an offer on it, so I'm just sitting on it waiting to watch. So I'm just kind of sit and wait. It's okay to be patient when you're buying your cards that you want. Like I said, no need to overpay for cards. I mean, it's just you can be patient a little bit. Even if you miss out on the 1 of 1 or the out of 5 card that you really wanted, it's okay. More cards will pop up. I mean, there's other cards out there that you can be pleased with. Well, nothing's too much is popping up from the Stadium Club after Bob Feller, but I will search Bob Feller baseball card one more time. And we'll look at the recent listings to see if anything new has popped up. I just sort by best match is usually what comes up, and I tend to find some newer things. But let's go to newly listed here and see if anything pops up that might be kind of neat to check out. Obviously, a lot of the vintage stuff pops up. I try and stay away from the vintage stuff unless it's graded or unless it's from a reputable seller. This is where your fakes and your counterfeit cards will show up quite often, especially with the vintage stuff. You got to be careful. Especially with those early 50s top sets, got to be careful. And especially with the player like Bob Feller, who's a Hall of Famer, you don't want to mess up buying a counterfeit or fake card from that era. I like to buy them authenticated or graded or from a reputable seller. Just got to be careful there. So I try and avoid those at least for the most part on eBay. This one's kind of neat, and you got to be careful with these ones as well. But these are the custom sports cards that people make. This is a wood engraved baseball card. I will admit in the past I have bought custom-made cards. I guess you could call them cards. They're not licensed. They're not real. It's just someone in their garage putting these things together and trying to sell them. Yeah, they are pretty cool art cards, and I have collected a couple of them in the past. A couple of them have actually been autographed by Bob Feller, so they were made quite a while ago for him to actually autograph them. But sometimes they're kind of cool. This one's kind of neat. It's a wood engraved card. You just got to be careful of the listing because sometimes the listings can be deceptive. For example, if this seller said like 1952 Topps faded Bob Feller wood engraved card, it could be misleading in the fact to make someone believe that it's a 1952 Topps card, which it isn't. That'd be way more valuable than $4 as a starting bid. This person I think did a good job. Bob Feller custom wood engraved baseball card. That's fine. I see no issue with that. It's kind of neat, kind of a gimmicky thing, but I'm not particularly interested in this. I just want to show you guys an example of what some of the custom cards look like. I've seen a couple of them pop up. Well, I think I've reached my limit for searching on, on Bob Feller cards for the day. Does get a little repetitive. A lot of these cards I already own, or they're cards I've already seen come up in listings before, so I quickly skip over them. So if you check pretty frequently for the player or sets that you're looking for, you will see some duplicate listings, or at least to your eyes. So that's all I'm going to be searching for Bob Feller. I'll probably do different searches on a couple of my other save searches here that I like to peruse in. So maybe I'll expose you guys to that. Hope you guys did enjoy this content today of looking for a sports card for myself. Kind of give you guys, I guess, a behind the scenes look of how I do it. Comment your thoughts about what did I do that you liked, and what are some of your buying strategies, whether it's through eBay or through ComC. I'd like to know some of the strategies that you like to use as an approach to getting your own sports cards. But really appreciate you guys tuning in for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, please leave a like and subscribe for more of this content to come. This has been Eagle Man. I will see you guys next time.